Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, I'm Mike Gannon with Pinnacle Action Coach, a business coaching firm that serves the Southwestern Ohio marketplace. And today I'm excited about the opportunity to interview a local business and promote a local business and give them the opportunity to share their story. And today, as you can see on the screen, through the Business Owner Interview Series, I'm talking with Dennis Porter of www.drawme.com, does all kind of caricatures, and anxious to learn more about Dennis and his business, and hear about his story. So Dennis, it's great to have you, and thanks for all the good work you do in our community. And I'd just like to start by giving you an opportunity to tell us about your business.
Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. It's good to speak with you today. As Mike said, my name is Dennis Porter. I'm at DrawMe.com. My wife and I, Diane Butler, run this little art business here in Kettering, a suburb of Dayton, as you know, I'm sure. And I've been doing this since the late 70s, really. So about 40 years now. And it has been endless fun. Best business in the world if you're a people person. Side trip. I do know a guy who does this, and he's a really good artist. He hates everybody.
Right.
He hates you for posing. He hates them for watching, but it's just different. Anyway,
Yeah,
I get a big kick out of it. Yeah. Sure.
So how do you describe your ideal client? I know there's all kinds of different people out there that may want a caricature, and how would you describe what an ideal customer looks like for you?
Sure. Mostly what we do, when we're not in such situations as this COVID situation, is I draw live at parties. I go to any kind of gathering, from high school graduations, birthday parties, company parties more frequently, conventions, trade shows, and the host pays me by the hour, and I set up and draw any of their guests who want to get a sketch. I can probably draw you in 2 minutes, and
Wow.
a little slower when I started. Yeah.
Who are some of your bigger customers? Who's on your customer list?
It's a pretty long list. I've done events, parties, projects for Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola,
Oh, wow.
Dow Chemical, on and on. City of Dayton, Sharonville. Now we're getting call here.
Looks like a customer trying to catch you now. What an impressive list of companies that many people have heard of. And obviously, if those companies trust you taking care of their business, an individual or a wedding or somebody, I'm sure could trust that you're going to handle it with great care.
I appreciate that. And I think you touched on something important there. In our business, being a professional is a fairly rare commodity. To show up at a wedding, dressed in decent clothing, no cutoffs, no cowboy hat, it's a, formal affair. Everybody's there in ties and evening gowns, and you want to look like, you have a right to be there and treat their guests with the respect that they deserve. And I think that's one reason we've managed to make it go that all these years.
Yeah, and no doubt your caricatures leave a lasting, like a photo, except more unique, leave a lasting impression and memory of a special event, or a special situation. I'm sure it ranges the gamut for you.
It is interesting to me that you hire an artist for your wedding, and that drawing will last forever. The musician finishes up and it's over. The magic act finishes up and it's over, and so forth. A drawing that's going to be there next year.
Yeah, that's awesome, Dennis. So you mentioned it earlier, and everyone is dealing with it right now. What's been the biggest impact of COVID to your business?
Well, it pretty much stopped. I did a 2-day event for a large bank in Cincinnati and hired a second artist to draw with me, and got home and found out about the COVID thing, and click, everything just stopped. That was last March. But fortunately, other things do come along. Studio pieces can be done remotely. And with the website, with DrawMe.com, I've done studio pieces right down the line. Drawings ordered from all over the world. England, Iceland, Spain, Hong Kong. Hong Kong, by the way, has no zip codes. I had to get this drawing to a fellow by Christmas that year, and I kept going to FedEx, and they kept saying, well, what's the zip code? Well, I don't know. And I would get with my client, we don't have any zip codes. I finally went to UPS. They put in all zeros and it went right through.
There you go. That's being creative. So what are one or two actions you've had to take because of the pandemic, or, that you've altered or adjusted your business model, given that, the impact of the pandemic?
Great question. Great question. Indeed, the remote party is a possibility. You sit in front of your laptop and I chat with you a second and take a still photo of you, and you can go off and mingle at the party, and I can do your sketch, email that over, and the host prints it out. So those events happen. Not that common yet. Still kind of an oddball thought for most people, but it is a possibility. It is a possibility.
It seems like Zoom is so much more readily accepted nowadays. So if I understand you correctly, you're able then to participate in a Zoom call, whether it's a business meeting or a special event that's had to be handled that way, or even with the holidays coming up, it might be a unique way to exchange a special keepsake. With Zoom, are you adjusting and doing things via Zoom?
I am bumbling my way along. I'm not good at it yet. But it does work. It is feasible. This little meeting with you has not been any difficulty at all. Because you know what you're doing, I'm still pretty inept at it. But yeah, Zoom and the internet have been huge blessings in the COVID crisis. Absolutely, for all of us.
Yeah, no question. Are there any other, adjustments you've had to make or been able to make to be responsive to opportunities out there? I know there are still businesses that are working. I don't know if you're still going in and doing live stuff, or if it's just electronic at this point.
I have done a few live events since March, but not that many. I normally do probably 6 or 8 a week. I've done 5 in one day, but that was a busy day.
Wow.
A few of those. Usually around six a week, and I probably had 6 or 8 live events since March. I do some business items. I'll show you one little item here while I think of it.
Sure.
That I have done projects like this a few times. Let me get this up in front of the screen.
Oh,
this
wow.
This is the city map, and as you
got
can
a
see,
little bit of everything on it, doesn't it?
Can you see the detail at all?
Oh yeah, very nice.
These things take forever to do, but it's a feasible business thing. You can still add space on there. This one has a sponsor. I forget who it was exactly. I know the radio station did the hosting on it. But those kind of projects can be done remotely. You can do logo design. You can do things like that. So yeah, you keep going. You find other stuff to do.
Yeah, and like everybody, we're all, I'm sure you've heard the word, and I think we all have heard the word pivoting. I think we're all pivoting and adjusting and adapting to the new normal, and I'm sure you're doing the same with your business.
Okay.
You mentioned when you were introducing your business that you've been in business for multiple years now.
Right.
What's the biggest learning you've had, or what could you convey to other business owners out there, a piece of wisdom or a piece of experience that you might have learned?
Wow. Excellent question. It seems to me that the more you focus on where you want to go, the better chance you've got of getting there. It's easy to get discouraged. Whatever you're doing, it's easy to get discouraged. But you got to tweak up your inner voice and say, I'm going to win this battle. We're going to get there. And you usually do. You usually do. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right.
Yeah, that's profound, isn't it?
I like that.
are there any special offers you'd like to share with with people who may view this particular video series? And are there any special things that if they see it here, they can come to you? And is there any special offers you'd like to share?
Sure thing. Sure thing. Anyone who mentions this video, just bring it up, and we will take 10% off the base rate, whatever your project is about.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. You know, in this time, it's so important that we support local businesses and local business owners and help each other out. There's got to be a way people out there have something going on in their life that that a caricature can add just incredible smiles to faces, laughs. We don't laugh enough now, and perhaps a caricature could be good therapy for all of us. So I'm hopeful that that people who see this might reach out to you and give you an opportunity to earn their business. What's been an inspiration or inspiring to you as you've continued to persevere during these COVID times? What's a particular thing that inspires you?
Well, it sounds a bit corny perhaps, but my wife inspires me. Just a fantastic girl. She's the business manager here. Always happy, always busy, always cheerful, expects good things every day, and she's in a wheelchair. She
Oh,
was diagnosed with MS about 4 months after we got married 25 years ago, and she's happy anyway. She's determined that it's all going to work out, that she's going to have a good day, and that works for me.
very contagious, isn't it?
Quite.
Well, Dennis, I certainly appreciate you giving me the opportunity to interview you. I appreciate you being part of the interview series. We're going to make this video readily available, and put it out there on social media and other forums. Appreciate all you do for the community, and look forward to seeing your future caricatures. And I certainly wish you continued success with your business. And again, appreciate you being part of the interview series. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. It's been a pleasure.